elongated point at the bottom. Hi everyone, welcome back to the farm. Last night it snowed, it was about -4, and recently the chip store which we're in now is empty of chip, so we're going to spend the day chipping up some wood. Well, it's some lovely cold weather, and typical for this time of the year, of course. At the moment my oil level's down on the chipper, so I'm going to put some hydraulic oil in, just a UTTO, some universal oil. It's been a little bit low. If you have a look here though, you see on the gauge we've just gone over the line a little bit, that's okay. And then I'll put the lid back on, we'll be almost well away. We managed to get the plug fitted on in the end. There was 12 individual wires. The old plug was literally hanging off. That's on properly now and that's been done really well. We're almost ready now to fill up this boiler. Alrighty. Right, I've just pulled my radio controls out of the house. I don't know if you can see them. I just gave them a bit of a clean up with my airline. These are some of the best controls I've ever used on a machine. They're a HBC Radiomatic set, and it's what I use to control the crane. I wish every machine could have a set of controls like this. They're absolutely brilliant. There's a small battery at the bottom which you have to recharge for every use, and normally you get sort of 7 or 8 hours out of a battery, and yeah, brilliant little things. Alright, so I've got the chipper on, I've got the crane on, and I've got a load of wood which we're going to chip up. Some narrow wood in places, smaller bits of wood this year, and then I've got a Christmas tree from last year, so we'll put that through first. Alright, I hope you can see what I mean. We just put the Christmas tree through there. Some of these bits of wood were really small, quite narrow bits. To be honest, I just wanted to get rid of this. It was some waste wood over the road which had come out from a thinning operation, and like I say, I really just needed rid of this wood rather than getting any chip out of it. There's very little energy in small diameter wood like this. Normally I'd like to chip up to sort of 10 or 11, 12-inch wood logs. Really, like, the operation runs a lot smoother, you can get a lot more chip out of slightly larger diameter logs. And yeah, sure, one day in the future I'd love to upgrade. I've been looking at a Heiser Hack, which is a German-made chipper, and really it all comes down to how sustainable our chipping operation is, but also the biomass boiler scheme here in the UK for farmers who want to heat their farms, hot water and heating, for example. It depends how long the schemes are going to last. Our contract is started at 25 years, and that was a long time ago now. God, it must be about 10 years ago. So we've got a good 15 years left of our contract. All of the wood which you see going through the chipper will always be sustainably sourced. We have to get tickets, and you have to have a license to actually source the wood. So it is quite a sustainable model. You just need to be able to replace the wood which is grown and then runs through the chipper. You need to make sure that there's other wood out there growing to replace it. Otherwise it becomes unsustainable, and then it's a bit like fossil fuels. You know, what's the point of going green if you're not trying to do your bit to save the environment? So you can see there when we were chipping, we knocked the camera mount, which I was a bit worried about. I thought, oh, I don't want the camera going through the chipper. So we've managed to get through most of this wood today. You'll see I had a bit of problems with some of these bigger logs. I'm still learning with the crane to be able to manipulate it in the right way to get the logs to go through the chipper perfectly every time. It does take a bit of, it takes a while to get used to it, and I'm really using this chipper to learn on it, make all the mistakes on this chipper, and then one day when we trade it in for a bigger trailed machine, I'll hopefully be quite a competent chipper operator, if that makes sense. And I will say it's really difficult running a chipper. You've got to be really on it, you've got to know your chip diameter, you've got to learn about the blades, you've got to learn about the crane, you've got to learn about hydraulic flow. There are so many parts of this chipper which you have to learn about, and it really blew me away, I will admit, on the first year. Alright, so we've had a good session on this wood today, getting it sorted out. I've still got this cold at the moment. We'll get over it in the next couple of days. Short days, going dark early. Coming at, well, before long we'll be coming out of winter, heading into spring, which I'm looking forward to. We've got a few scraps here, if you look. So we'll get rid of these tomorrow, deal with this, put the telehandler to one side. And I know we haven't got the biggest chipper in the world, it's only a small little thing, but it does the job for us, and maybe one day we'll upgrade it, but it's keeping everyone heated this winter. So with that, do give this video a thumbs up, stay positive, keep that positive mindset as I always say, and I will catch you on the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.